Hi, we're the Bowman duo, and we have some fun tips on how to remember the 10 Commandments. You've all heard of the 10 Commandments, right? In the book of Exodus, God tells you, do this, don't do that, thou shalt do this, thou shalt not, like that. But if somebody asks you, what are the 10 Commandments? Can you say them?
Well, and even if you remember what each commandment is, how do you remember the order of the 10 Commandments?
So we've got a way that will help you remember the 10 Commandments and in order. It starts at your feet, and we have different pegs along the way up to your hands. So your feet are number 1, your hands are number 10. What do these look like?
Points, not pegs. Pegs is really weird. I'm not going to call them pegs.
All right, we'll do it. The 10 points on your body. Let's keep going.
Okay. Alright, so the first point is your feet. Then the second one is your knees. The third one is your thighs. Fourth one is your butt. The fifth one is your stomach. The sixth one is your chest. Seventh one is your neck. The eighth one is your tongue. The ninth one is your hair. And the 10th one is your hands.
Before we can get the 10 Commandments with those points, let's make sure that you have them all. So we'll do it together again. Follow along with us. So it starts off with your toes, to your knees, your thighs, your butt. Your stomach is halfway there. That's number 5. Then your chest, neck, tongue, hair, hands. So the first commandment is, no other gods before me. So imagine that you go like this, and you bow down to touch your toes. You should only bow down and touch your toes to God, nobody else.
The second one is no graven image. So for that, you get on your knees, get as straight as you can. Basically pretend you're an idol. That motion is to remind you that you should not worship any graven image.
All right, so number 1, toes. Don't bow down, don't worship other gods. Number 2, knees. No graven image. Number 3, that's your thighs. Now imagine you just had a really hard workout or you were running and your thighs hurt. This one's complaining. It's going beep, 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 it's saying lots of bad words. And this one's saying, shut up! It's telling the first one, don't take the name of the Lord in vain.
Alright, the next one is your butt. Now with this one, it has to do with the Sabbath. So you don't want to work on the Sabbath. You need to keep the Sabbath day holy. So for this one, you think, I am not going to do the buns of steel workout on the Sabbath because we have to keep it holy.
Then we've got the stomach. I've never had this experience before, but we've got a few kids and she's had this before when she was pregnant. The baby's inside pushing on the bladder. So you can imagine the baby's in there and you're telling the baby, stop pushing on the bladder! What's this one about? You want the baby to obey the parents. So let's back up again. We've got the toes, no other gods. The knees, no graven image. The thighs, what was that one?
One is cussing up a storm and the other one says, shut up!
Yeah, don't take God's name in vain. Then the butt, that's the Sabbath day.
Keep
don't
it
work.
holy.
And then the stomach. This is the one about obey your parents.
Mm-hmm. The next one, you go like this against your chest. For that one, it's thou shalt not kill. So it's like you're stabbing yourself through the heart with a knife or sword or dagger, whatever, but thou shalt not kill.
You can even add some sounds with this, like, it helps you remember if there's sounds. Then, we've got the neck. This one's don't commit adultery. So imagine kissing. You could practice with your husband, wife, whoever, or just because we all know what that leads to.
The next one is your tongue. Now for this one, you might think that it's one of the 10 Commandments, but it's not. It's actually a different one. With this one, imagine that you are a frog and you're hungry and you see a fly and like your tongue whips out, grabs that fly. It's like your tongue is stealing. So with your tongue, you pretend it whips out and steals something. Thou shalt not steal.
So if we back up to number 5, that's the stomach. That was obey your parents. You're talking to the baby. Quit stepping on my bladder. Obey your parents. Then up to the chest. Don't kill. The neck. Don't commit adultery. Tongue. Don't steal. Then you've got your hair. If you're like us, sometimes you have bad hair days. Your hair goes up and you want to put it down, goes up again, and you tell it, stay down! And your hair says, I will not lie.
The last one. Pretend you have your hands up and you're reaching, grabbing at stuff that you really want. Like, oh, I want that. No, I want that. Oh, I want that. It's thou shalt not covet.
So let's take it all the way through. Do the motions with us. Again, it helps you remember. So, no other gods before me. No graven images. Right back up. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. Remember the Sabbath. Keep it holy. Obey your parents. Do not kill. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not lie. And do not covet. So there you have it, the 10 Commandments. It's always with you this way because it's right here on your body. Then you can remember all 10 and the order. Thanks for watching.
Bye.